without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Great. Do something.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Underneath for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Flush to his right, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
I see you.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Newton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rolling to his left. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Gun!
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
It's fielded at the 45. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have... And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Play action. It's Newton. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll throw deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And a forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, gun. Shift. Do something.
Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. Flushed out right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Newton. Wright's got it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
No. Check. Patriot. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Newton dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Newton on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's got his target. That's more. He got 29 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Eddie Vanderdoes able to get him for a loss of about 3.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's got Miller. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Newton now to throw. To Allen on the dump-off. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the gun on 3rd down. Newton underneath to Allen. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Detroit. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bass. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Dontari Poe in on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A road win in the National Football League. Is 6-3 on the year, and they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never do anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on these hoes, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, do about tag on, I got it in the bag now, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you?